Welcome back, guys. One of our favorite pastries to make from the homestead are these wild forage blueberry hand pies. They are delicious and put together with a tallow crust that is super easy to make. I'm going to show you how today. So these start with some blueberry jam. We wild foraged these berries a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, and then canned them up to store them for winter. We're gonna use a couple jars of this, and then we're also going to make a homemade tallow crust. I really like working with tallow for pie crust. Once you get this recipe down, you can use this in all sorts of ways, and it is the base for our little mini hand pies. So I'm going to start by taking a couple cups of flour, maybe 2 to 3 cups of flour, and mixing some nice cold tallow in with it. Now you could use a pastry blender or an immersion blender, whatever you have. I find my hands just work the best. And then to this flour, I'm gonna add a good 6 to 8 tablespoons of cold tallow. You can also do butter too, just make sure it's chilled. We rendered this tallow down a few weeks ago. It's a great cost-effective way to get this cooking oil, and it's really, really wonderful to bake with. I like it better than butter. After I have my tallow in there, I just work it through the flour with my hands. I find that the best crusts come when everything's really well incorporated and worked in there. Now that my tallow is nice and worked into my flour, I'm gonna add just enough cold water to get it to come together in a dough, and then I'm gonna knead it out on the work surface a little bit. Okay, I just got this dough to the point where I could knead it and handle it, and it didn't fall apart. If your dough is very dry and crumbly, you can drizzle a little more cold water on it and work it in until it comes together. Or vice versa, if it's too watery, just a little flour on there to get it a little more dry. But I'm gonna wrap these up tight with plastic wrap and then throw them in my cooler for about a half hour to an hour to get them kind of firmed up, and then I'll be ready to bake my pies. Dennis shot a spruce hen this morning. I'm gonna cook that up in a little tallow mixed with a little leftover gravy and hawkswing mushroom that we foraged. We had that for dinner last night. We're gonna throw that in some savory hen pies and eat that for dinner tonight. These little hens are so delicious. We eat them all the time when they're in season. A couple of them make a meal. We had them with gravy, and we have some left over, and I thought they would be perfect to stuff these hand pies with. All right, my pie crust is nice and chilled. You can chill this crust for up to 2 days before you bake with it. You can also freeze it too. I'm just gonna roll this out and then cut out some rectangles, start making my hand pies. Then to help keep these tarts together, I'm gonna whisk together an egg and a little bit of cool water. I'm also gonna glaze the top with the same thing. And then I think I'm gonna chill these guys for about 10 more minutes or so because they didn't really get a lot of time to chill before I shaped them. And then I'm gonna pop them in the oven at 350. Just gonna crimp the edges to seal them. Slit a little vent hole in the top of these tarts. Then I'm gonna throw these guys in the cooler to chill for a little while I work on my savory tarts with my grouse and my gravy and preheat my oven. Hoping the oven works as needed. It's been a little funky. All right, I am going to coat my tarts here in a little bit of this egg wash and then throw them in the oven. You could also freeze them like this too, and then pop them out when you want them. All right, that's gonna go in there for about 10 or 15 minutes. I think these are done. Ooh. Blueberry Pop-Tart Queen. You can put the icing on if you want in a bit when they cool off.
And the sprinkles.
And the sprinkles. All right, gonna put my grouse and gravy in now for dinner. I'm also going to whip up a super simple icing for this. Icing is really easy no matter if you're doing cinnamon buns or these hand pies. I just take a little bit of powdered sugar, mix it with a little milk and vanilla and whip it up. If you want it thicker, add more sugar. If you want it thinner, add a little more milk or water, and that's it. I'm gonna wait till these cool a little bit, and then I'm gonna let Lena put the icing on.
Can I have a taste test first?
My grouse and gravy hand pies are done. All right, delicious looking. Looks good. Here you go, Lean. Take pick. Okay, grouse gravy and wild mushrooms.
That's awesome.
That is the perfect thing for like a cold fall night.
That's one of the best ham pies you ever made.
Thanks. I love a tallow crust. Once you master a tallow crust, you can make anything with it.
It was a good use for those leftovers.
We do have one more in the oven. It has brie and blueberry jam.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Trees.
Lean, you want one?
Yeah, this would be good for camp. Lena's gonna love these.
Yeah, Lean, what do you think? Thumbs up. Okay. These will be good breakfast for moose camp. Take them to moose camp. They're good.
Yeah, those would be great for moose camp. They'll be good for Lena.
Even though the oven was broken, it still made a good hurt.
Yeah, you just gotta overset it.
Hey guys, this is Amy and Dennis from Holdfast, Alaska. We are a small family living in the eastern interior, building a subsistence homestead.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you on the next one.